Good evening to you. Today I want to go through a couple of, I'm going to cover WordPress development, some tips, WordPress 5.81 development tips and tricks. And the two tips and tricks that I want to cover is I've been working on a development project where I had a problem with the CSS, and the CSS wasn't updating. So I want to try and see if I can replicate that problem and just show it to you and how I solved it. And then, problem with the page not refreshing. I'm busy learning some development program from Udemy, and busy following through, and everything the guy is saying, it shows the code is correct, but the when I put it on my main page, it doesn't seem to be reflecting correctly. So I wanted to just show this to you. So here is my primary domain, wellswebtech.co.za, and then I've got a Patreon site in case you want to donate to help towards these videos that I create on this channel. And then I've got a friend that started their own web design business, and so they've asked me if I wouldn't mind promoting their business. So this is the URL to theirs. I'll add it in the comments section, but let's carry on and let's get covering what we want. So first of all, you can see this page. This is a sample of what I've been developing, and what's happened is I've gone and I've added a snippet of code in the index.php file for this domain. I've gone and logged into the admin console of WordPress, and I've got a get header and a get footer, and I was testing it out today, and I was thinking, what's wrong? Why is it not working? And it doesn't matter what I do. I keep on clicking refresh, and it didn't want to refresh here. And so it just stuck with these titles, these pages, the posts. Okay, the posts. Yeah. So what happened? What I had to do was I went back into the themes, and then to get this to work, I would actually just change the theme, and you'll see here that I've got a customized theme that I'm busy working on, and I was testing out my code. The site is live, but the code just wasn't updating, and the only way I found to update it correctly was to switch themes. So as you can see here, I've got my fictional university theme, and then I've got my 2020 theme. So to get the header and that activated, I would activate this theme. I would then click on refresh here, and you'd see how it changes the layout of it. And then I would go back into my fictional university theme, activate that, and after that I could go back here and click on refresh, and then it would come through with the updates. So that was one problem that I picked up. Another thing that I was trying to play around with was I assigned this type of paragraph, I assigned it an element ID. And so what I would do is I'd right click on this, go inspect, okay, because I'm using the Google Chrome, and Google Chrome tools would come in the bottom over here. And on the right here, it's got all the CSS styling if you've got CSS enabled. This one's not linked to any CSS. But anyway, what happened was the version would remain the same. And so this CSS snippet of code would not, the CSS wouldn't update. So the way to get around that is you can right click on this, as long as you've got the developer tools open. So you go here and you click on more tools and you say developer tools, then you can actually right click on this, and you can either choose a hard reload or an empty cache and hard reload. And this will actually, this then clears whatever Chrome has in it and should reload the page. But I was trying this with these headers and the footers and it wasn't working, but for the CSS apparently it does work. And so I just wanted to show you how I added a timestamp to a CSS to make sure that the latest CSS is loaded on my page. Okay, so what I did was, if you go to your normal functions.php file, this is the normal command that's used. You'll find it in most theme customized versions. Is they just have the WNQ style, and they say get style sheet URI, and this is the default. And so with this, it doesn't add any version, and it doesn't make sure that you've got the latest for your client. So what I've done is I've customized the code, and I've taken this piece out, and I then added a timestamp on the code so that the latest would always be available to the client. So I've replaced this bit of code with these 2 lines of code, and what it's doing here is it's saying WNQ style, it's choosing the main style, and then it says get the style directory URL, and then we put a dot and we say /style CSS so that it can see this file. And then what it's done is over here it's got a time, this is it's creating a timestamp based on the file, and it's adding that variable over here inside of that there, so that when you update anything on the CSS, it will definitely make sure that the client has the latest version. And so these are just 2 or a few tips and tricks that I've wanted to share with you guys, especially if you're new to development or you've never seen these before, because this one of the reload, I've never seen this before, this empty cache and hard reload and the hard reload. But as you'll see, if I close down this Elementor, I can right click and I can't see anything. So you have to go and activate the developer tools in order to be able to use this right click and hard reload or empty cache and hard reload for Chrome. So I hope that this might help you in some way. Thank you for watching the video, and I really appreciate your feedback. Thanks. Goodbye.